What's going on, everybody? Peace and love. Peace and love, you guys. I apologize. I was on a different link. I was wondering where everybody was, but now I see what happened. So go ahead, come on in, you guys. I'm so excited today to be going over the Forex basics. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's a very, very good time for everybody to come on here and get your questions answered, um, and getting stuff, broken down to you. So, today we're going to cover a little bit about buy stops, sell stops, because Jay Boss came to my inbox and he wanted to know a little bit about it. And I was like, hey, you know what? Save that question for the class and we'll go over it. I would highly recommend that you guys really get your questions answered today as we go over the basics. So we're going to also cover the training plan and just kind of like some keys to being a great trader, and then we'll mark up a little bit of charts. So let's get this party started. It was on the wrong link. So let's get this party started in about 30 seconds. Just reach back out to the group, let them know, we're on this. Reach out to your team that you may have got on. And let them know we're on this call. All right, you guys. So we're going to be starting here in 15 seconds. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get this cranking. Peace and love again. Once again, you guys, my name is Isis Love for some of you guys that may be new to the team. And once again, I am so excited to have this call here today and go over. Let me see. You cannot minimize the Zoom while it's recording. Okay, I need to share my screen. So before we even dive deep, I want to see who doesn't have a trading plan. Let's come off mute and say I don't.
I don't.
Okay, okay, cool.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Anybody else a trading plan that don't have one? Tucson, you got one. Zach, you got one. Lewis, you got one.
I'm driving.
No, I don't have one.
I don't
Okay.
have
Okay.
I don't have one.
Okay, cool. All right, that's great to know. So, thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, so cool. So we're gonna go over that today, you guys, because having a trading plan is so important before you even get behind trading. Why, Isis? Because picture this like this. Picture you wanna build a house, right? And you don't have the blueprints. You just know you want to build a house, but you don't know where to start. So you just get in there, you just hammer in and, putting nails in, but you don't have a blueprint, right? So the house is all crazy, it's built all crazy, and it might not stand up. Now, it's the same thing with your trading plan. A lot of us is just trading just to trade with no plan, no goal as to how much we want to make a day, no goal to, how much we want to lose for that day or what pairs we're going to do. So it's so important that we crack this down because it's going to really help you with your trading. Let me tell you why. When you have a plan, things are more clear. So, for example, let's just say part of my trading plan may be, for example, we'll go over the different things, but, I'm a New York trader type of person. I like to trade on the New York market, so I know what kind of market I trade on. I know that I'm a scalper / day trader, so it's important to know that, what type of trader you are. And then, certain accounts, I have certain goals. Maybe one account I may do $50 a day. So all of those things are important. And then we have a trading plan in here that I want to go over with. And I highly recommend, if you guys are doing this for sport or just because as a side gig, then you're probably doing it, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You want to take this serious, you guys. You really do. You want to take this heart attack serious. Um, because you may not see the results that you want per se right now, but by golly, we know it's there. It's right in front of our face. There's people all over in and without this organization, being very profitable from this. And so some of the things that they do is they have a steady plan. So if we want to be able to get to that level and take this serious and like retire from it, or shout out to Lewis Parks that was able to pay off debt in 3 months, starting from $300, growing that account to $9,000. He had a goal. So I'm not sure about the new IML Academy because I know some things changed around. But before, Adeze Duncan went over things you want to know. Okay, let me see. Things you want to know. So if somebody wants to screenshot this, we're going to go through this kind of quick because it is in the group. But if you want to screenshot that right quick or write this down, but we're going to go over these things. We're going to go over your mission statement, your why, because it's so very important, you guys. Why are you doing this? Why are you trading? What is your goal? Is your why you want to pay off Sally Mae? Is your why you want to be able to stack up enough money to leave your job? Is your why you want to buy a brand new house? Your why has to be stronger than just money. I just want money, 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 right? Because we know this is 90% mindset, not really about the money. So you got to get really clear in your mission statement. So let me minimize this one. Like I said, it's in the group, so don't worry if you didn't write it down. Okay, that's the same thing. Hold on. I hope these are not all the same thing. Let me see. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah. It's not quite what I'm looking for. Let me look at this last one. If not, I'm going to just have to read it off. Okay, let me check out this one. Okay, I'll just read it off. So you guys can easily kind of go here and get this, but I'm going to just talk about each one and you can kind of start your plan. So as I said, the first one is your why. You got to get really clear, and you got to do this for real. Like, don't just have me do this call and you just on the call listening. Like, seriously, like, take this serious. Like, if you really want to learn how to trade, take this serious, you guys. So number one is your why. Number two is your routine. Having a routine is very important, especially when you're being a trader, because you got to figure out what gets you in the zone. What gets you in the zone of trading? Do you just trade willy-nilly? Like, what do you do? So normally what I do is, I wake up in the morning, I do my spiritual practice, I get my day started, I go to the gym, and then, I come back and I get on the call with you guys and start, trading. So I may have my tea with me, some nice vibey music. So whatever your routine is, have a routine, because remember, this is 90% mental. So if you're going to have music, you want to keep in mind what type of music you're listening to. You can ask any type of trader this. I got this from David Wills. You don't want to listen to something that's, and if you could just mute your lines, somebody's lines unmuted, just tap it. Let me see, Casino, DNS. Okay, cool. Let me see. Okay, cool. So, so Sean, you're gonna have to leave out and come back in and click on your microphone. So you don't want to listen to some stuff that's gonna put you in your emotions. So let's just say you listening to a song and it brought you all the way back to your high school time when you broke up with somebody. Then all of a sudden you're in the zone, and then that song triggers you. You be like, you know what? She pissed me off. I'm glad I broke up with her, or whatever the case may be. So when you play music with no no sound, no words to it, it's not really interrupting your zone. So keep that in mind. The next one is hours of operation. Now, we learned this in the academy. We know that there's the New York, right? Can anybody else name another trading session? Somebody that's new, fairly, no veterans. Somebody that's new. What is another time frame that we trade in besides New York?
What do you consider new?
To London.
Somebody said, oh, y'all all new. No, y'all not new. Hold on. Let me call on somebody. Wait a minute. This is the best way to do it. We take it the best school style. Because here's the point, right? We got to make sure you know how to do it. So, Zachary, what would be another time frame that we can trade in?
The Tokyo session.
There you go. That's one. That's another one. So we got Tokyo. We got London. Hold on. Let me see who else we got on this phone. Casino. Shout out, y'all. I want y'all to know my mom. She's just getting started, you guys. My mom, it's her first day on the call. She'll be added to the groups here soon. But shout out to my mother. I'm telling you, I got my mother and my brother on this call.
Welcome, Mom.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
So dope. Congratulations.
Mom.
Yes, you guys. See, Mom, you got all the support. Yeah, nothing to worry about. So, Mom, really quick, let me test your knowledge. I know you was up in the academy really quick. Mom, because you told me when we was on the phone, do you know another session that we trade on besides New York and Tokyo? There's two more, Mom. You got to take your phone off mute, too. Okay, maybe she not there. Let me see. Okay, who else can answer?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, Mom.
Okay, yeah, I said I was gonna say London, but somebody had already said that.
There you go. Okay, so London. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. So for you and the other person, so London, you better be in that academy, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Okay, somebody give me one more. I see you, D. You ready? What is it, D?
Sydney.
Yes, Sydney. Thank you, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna meet you again. So there you go. Right? If you did not know, they just broke it down to us. New York, London, Tokyo, and Sydney. Now, everybody that answered. So Sydney, D, what time is the Sydney market open?
2 a.m.
Sydney?
Wait, no, that's 2 a.m. is London. I'm sorry. I only think London time. Sydney is before that. So Sydney's the first one to open.
So
I don't even know because I don't look at that one, to be honest.
got you. Okay.
I know London is at 2 a.m. and then New York is at 6 a.m.
Anybody know what time New York market opens up?
8.
8.
8, yeah, 8 in the morning. So when we get on the calls, that's what we do. We do New York. So she said London starts at about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Who knows what time the Tokyo market starts?
It's like 7:00 p.m.
7:00 a.m. or p.m.?
p.m.
There you go. Who was that?
Zach.
That's what I'm talking about. Zach, all right. Zach up in the academy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, fam. So, yes. So, I hope you guys got those times. And if not, like I said, it's in the academy. So, with that being said, when we go back right here to number 3, you have to figure out what market you want to trade on based off of your time frame. Me, it fits right in my schedule. I'm done with the gym. 8 o'clock is perfect. I know London moves. London is the fastest, and then New York. But I'm not a night owl. So if you a night owl, you up at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, that's where the money at, to be honest. The money is out where everybody sleep. So if you feel like, you can't sleep at night and you up, this will be a perfect market for you. Now, you may work all day, and you may not get off to 5 o'clock, and then you got to get the kids situated and all of that. Well, guess what? Tokyo is going to be good for you. And then you also have the Sydney, even though it moves a little slower. So just really get clear, right? Get clear. The next thing is asset trading. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know what asset trading is. When I think about asset trading, I think about, let me see, trading goals, financial trading goals, financial commitment. We're going to skip that one for a second until I go through these to see if it's what I think it is. Because at the top of my head, I never did this trading plan. I'm not sure what that is. But the next one is time frames. So remember, figure out what type of trader you are. Me, I like to operate on the hour, the 15-minute, the smaller time frames. When I'm doing scalping. What is a scalper, Isis? A scalper is somebody that, let me just really quick pull up something else while I'm talking. A scalper is somebody that gets up on this let's just say the 15 or the 5-minute time frame, and they getting in, they getting out. They in, they out real fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say they got in right here and they rolled it up till about right there. That's like 4 pips. So scalpers are people that just get in a little bit and get out. So they look at certain time frames. So that's also in the academy. I'm not going to go really deep on that, but you need to figure out what type of trader you are. You want your money, like, because with a day trader, swing trader, it can be a day, it can be a couple of days. Swing trader can be like a week. Scalp, you can get it that day, or it just depends. So just figure out how you want your money to flow in. Trading personality, like what type of personality do you have? Are you a more riskier person where you'll put a little bit more risk in? Are you a conservative trader? Hold on. You set like your stop losses. So just kind of figure out what your trading personality is. Like, that's very important to know before you start trading, you guys. Like, in all of these things that I'm telling you, you might be like, oh, why do I gotta do all this? I just want to trade. That's cute. But do you want to gamble, or do you want to be a profitable trader where you're not blowing your account back and you pulling out more than you deposited? Right? So, take it serious, okay? And so the next one is financial goals. So when you're doing your trading plan, you need to really ask yourself, how much money do I want to make a day? Right? This is all valid, because if you don't know how much money you want to make a day, what's going to happen is you're going to make some money, and you're going to make some more money, and then you're going to make some more, and then guess what? You being so greedy that day, what you made, you then lost because you ain't have no stopping point. Versus if you say, Monday through Friday or Tuesday through Wednesday or whenever your desired days are you want to trade, my goal is $50 a day. That means when you get to that $50, you good. Who cares if somebody just dropped a Bitcoin signal? You said you was stopping at 50, right? That's why a lot of people are not withdrawing, because you don't have a plan. Have you guys said you didn't have a plan, right? So how can you withdraw without a plan? Well, when you make the money, you lose it again, right? So these are just very, very, and I have to go back and revamp my plan, because I have a plan for 4 different accounts. I do things different for Bitcoin and US 30 and gold and the normal Forex pairs, because they all move different. So financial commitment is basically committing to what you say you're going to do. That means if your light bill is due, don't take your light bill money to try to put it back in the market and flip it, right? You gotta, whatever you commit to doing with this financially, stick with it, because Forex, for some people, you'll be trying to bet your whole rent money up on here, and we don't want that to happen. So definitely make sure. Let me see. Money management rules is the same thing with risk management. A lot of people ask, like, let's go here. Like, let's just say we're going for 20 pips, right? We're going for 20 pips. I normally don't give people a stop loss because everybody trades different. So if you ever see me put a signal in and I'm like, I'm not giving you a stop loss, it's because everybody trades different. But let's just say I'm going for a buy and I'm going for 20 pips. I'm going to go to my measuring stick right here. This is TradingView. So a lot of traders go to www.tradingview.com, and this is where you can analyze the market. Meaning this is where you can kind of go and look and see, what is the market doing, right? And we'll do a little bit of that here in a second. Let me draw this line here. So let me show you how you figure out your risk to reward. So I'm going in for a buy. I take my measuring stick. I put it right there in the point where the market's still doing its thing. Drag it up, 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 up. Let's just say I want to do 20 pips. Right? Well, if you look at that, it says 20.8. That's my 20 pips. Now, when I go to my right in this little gray box, I see 1.25391. That will be my take profit. I will put that in my MetaTrader 4. Now, a lot of people don't do a stop loss. If you are still a beginner trader, you better slap a stop loss on there. Because a lot of times people end up blowing their account. You know what? Not because IML don't work. Not because you don't have a mentor that's not making $7 million trading. It's your own fault, right? So we got to, just acknowledge that. So if we were going for 20 pips, we would need to at least set our stop loss for 20 pips. So we'll go down 20. Boom. About right there where that green line is. So that green line will be our stop loss. So for some of you guys that's confused on what a stop loss is, let's use our imagination really quick. And this class is going to be basic. So I know I have some of my people in here that's, probably know this, but we're just kind of going over some basic stuff right now. So let's just say we're using our imagination. We want the market to go here, right? Right in this area. But let's say it doesn't, right? Let's say it doesn't. Remember, you want to risk 3% of your account, no matter the amount. So let's just say we have $100. 3% of $100 is how much? How much can I risk on this trade with a $100 account? Anybody know? $3% of 100. If I had $100, how much can I risk in that trade?
$3.
$3. There you go. I hope y'all knew that because it was real quiet. It was real quiet. And that's something you have to know. You have to know how much you're risking when you're trading. See, this is the thing. Trading is not hard. It's not. It's the greed and lack of discipline that makes it hard, but it's not. But if we can follow these simple rules, even I can be following these rules more. So don't think I'm just talking about you. I'm talking about myself too. So we want the market to go here, but let's just say it didn't. It didn't go the way planned, because guess what? You're not going to win every trade. Comes down and hits your good old stop loss. What does that mean? Instead of you going for, let's just say $3, it fell back down, hit your safety net, knocked you out the trade, and you only lost $3. That's cool, because guess what? Let's just say you didn't have a stop loss and it kept going. That little $3 will probably already be negative $20, $30. You see the importance of a stop loss? It's very important. Now, when you get more advanced, and when I mean advanced, I mean you know how to read the charts to the T. When you get a little bit more advanced, you can do things a little bit differently. But keep in mind you want to have that stop loss, okay? So let me go back here. So that covers the risk management, trade management rules. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Trade management rules, exit. Okay, cool. Right here. Okay, cool. So let's talk about that for a second. Before you,
Can I ask the question?
yeah, sure. Thank you. Please.
Okay, what I wanted to know, and I didn't have my audio on, so I know you couldn't hear me. I kept calling your name. Okay, so back to where you do the stop loss. You got your, you got it at the top, you got it at the bottom, your safety net. So did you say say it start dropping below your safety net, even though you got that safety net on, but the market drops below that, are you going to lose money because you already have a safety net up? So are you still going to lose money?
The safety net is going to stop you out. You're still going to lose money regardless. How much money is the key. There's nothing that's going to save you from not losing money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So it's either it goes up like you wanted it to and you get your $3 or whatever your amount is, or it starts to go the opposite way. The safety net is like a trampoline. Imagine yourself falling out the sky, and instead of you falling and hitting the ground down here, you hit the trampoline and you stop.
So even if it still drops, just because you got your safety net on, you're still going to lose some money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's called proper risk management. That's why when we go back here, it speaks about your risk management rules. You have to have some type of rules in place to get, because nobody's going to make every trade. Not even a master trader is going to make every trade. So yes, if anybody thought that you was going to win all trades, I want you to know that is so very false. You're going to lose some, right? But I would rather lose $3 than lose $40. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Great question. So, okay. So now we're going into how do we even know to get in this trade? Like, what do we do? Like, do you just be in your demo just clicking stuff, or in your live account just clicking stuff? Like, what is your criteria? So, for example, let's think about the Milwaukee sauce. Now, I know some of you guys don't know what I mean when I say the Milwaukee sauce. When I'm talking about the Milwaukee sauce, it's just a strategy. So let's just say, let me see how I can use this for example. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Okay. Let's just say criteria for getting in the market. Let's just say your criteria is the market has to go up, go down, and go up again before you get in the market. That is your enter-exit criteria. So what is your enter-exit criteria? Meaning, like, how do you know when to get in the market, and how do you know when to get out? What indicators is telling you that? So are you using a strategy that you learned from somebody and, is telling you when to enter and telling you when to exit? Like, you need to know when to get in and when to get out, because if you don't know when to get in and when to get out, you'll get in at the wrong time. You'll get in at the wrong time, and hold on, let me take my price break off. You'll get in at the wrong time, and you won't get as much as you should, or you could get back in a pullback. Hold on. Okay, that looks better. So so I don't know what strategy anybody's using. For example, like again, Lewis Parks, he created his own strategy just using the pitchforks. So he has his criteria. He gets in a market at a certain time and he gets out at a certain time. So everybody's criteria is going to be different. Maybe Key Love, she got her own strategy. When this, that, and that happens, she know to get in and get out. So nobody's is going to be the same now unless you're using the strategy that somebody else is using. So that's very, very, very important to know, like, what makes you get in the trade? Like, what says get in the trade right now, Pete? Like, what criterias are you using? So if somebody want to share, like, what do you do when what tells you to get in and what tells you to get out?
Anybody?
Okay, I'm listening.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Okay. Well, I use indicators. I use the exponential moving average. I use 2 exponential moving averages.
Okay.
And when I use the MACD, and when they're above the street or above when they cross, and it's the price is on top, that means price is more likely going into a buy. So I might do a scalp that way, right? I put a pretty close stop loss and a pretty close take profit. So that way, that's a scalping strategy that I use to make profit from the Forex market. So I just basically wait till the lines are crossed, the 50 and the 9, it's a exponential moving average, and I make sure that the MACD is above what's called the street, and that's how I enter my trades.
Got you. Got you. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Pete.
You're welcome.
Cool. Anybody else want to share? Okay, cool.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I've been having some technical difficulties over here. But one thing I also use is the head and shoulder pattern. I will look for the market to go up, then go down, go all the way up, and go down, then come up again, and look for that downtrend on the last shoulder. And
Gotcha.
I would do a sell for that, and also too sometimes the double top. So I've been doing that as well.
Got you. Got you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, J Boss, for sharing. Thank you. So, as you guys can see, everybody has their own little thing. So, I want you to know Forex is not difficult. Our minds make it difficult. When we see this, it makes us nervous. It's like, oh my gosh, what is this? But it's really not that difficult. Because as you see, Pete does it one way and it works for him. J Boss does it a whole nother way and it works for him. So there's no wrong, there's no right. It's about how you see it, right? How does it work for you? Today, Mario hit me up. He was like, well, doesn't this look like a rainbow? I was like, it does look like a rainbow, but what does that mean when it look like a rainbow? He said, I don't know. I said, well, maybe you found out something new. Like maybe for you, that looks like a rainbow. So, you know, you got to do kind of like, you know, train your eyes to see what works for you. So you'll figure that out the more you get through the academy, the more you get to the IML TV. So really quick, I'll tell you that in a second, but you'll get through it. So one more thing with the trading plan before I move on is one more last thing is keeping records. Now this one I can honestly say with y'all, you guys, I am doing my best to really write it down. Write it down. So what does it mean by keeping records? You guys, Forex repeats itself. Forex, the indice market, the cryptocurrency market, it all repeats itself over and over and over again. So we have to be like a data analyst, right? We have to be able to look back in the past and see what the market is doing in the present. So I think I showed some of you this before, but I'll show you again, and you can write it down. You don't have to do it on this format like I have mine, but you need to start recording your trades. How will you know if your strategy is working, or how will you know whose signals is hitting if you don't document it, right? So this is when I was going heavy on the harmonic scanner. Remember, the harmonic scanner does 90% of the work, you guys. I was banking off of the harmonic scanner when I first joined. So that's why I don't understand how people are not making money when the harmonic scanner is 90% of the work. So you don't have to do yours to the T like this, but this is just kind of like how my records was. And it made me a better trader, right? I wrote my pair, what date, what time I was doing it, so I can see, like, do I get better results in the morning? Do I get better results at 5 o'clock in the evening? I wrote my take profit, what my stop loss was. the broker's fee, which broker I use, because remember, if you don't know, on the harmonic scanner, on the harmonic scanner, you have different brokers you can use. I wrote what type of chart it is. And so don't worry, this stuff is going to come with time. Like I felt like somebody say, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this all? Don't worry. It just comes with repetition and discipline. That's all. So, self-explanatory, lot sizes, the results. Was it a trade? Was it a sell, buy, and any comments? So yours doesn't have to be to the T like this, but you definitely want to at least know the date, the time, the pair, take profit, stop loss, your lot size, was it a buy or sell, and who you're taking the signals from. Because think about this, there's a lot of signals that's being passed around. But how would you know if Tom's signals is really popping if you taking Tom's, and then you're taking swipe coins, and then you're taking the ones I'm doing, and then you're taking the ones in the harmonic scanner. You're just taking them all over. You don't know which one's really hitting, right? So, but if you have guess what? If you keep the records, you able to be like, his signals is not hitting. I done lost 12 out of 15 of his signals. You know what I'm saying? So you get a reference point. It really you know then versus if you don't write it down, how are you going to know? So that kind of wraps up the trading plan, you guys. And once again, I'll show you how to find it. And Mom, I'll get you squared away in a group so we can get you your trading plan. But in a nutshell, you guys, you want to do it. I know it may seem a little tedious and like it's a lot of work at first or something like that. But if you really want to go far with this, then you want to clarify. If you want to gamble and just take risks and just jump in trades, then hey, I can't help you on that. You're grown. You could do what you want to do, right? Just don't come crying to me talking about iMarkets Live don't work. It's a scam. All you got to do is sell and recruit. No, you got the education right here in front of your face with the support and these calls to help you guys. So I'm going to show you again just in case you don't see where to do it. So Generation 12, you guys, if you come over here to popular topics, you can click on certain things to identify things in a group because it's a lot of stuff being posted. But if you go here and go to trading plan, it's going to bring you right back to where we were. Another little cheat code, and we'll move on to the next thing really quick. Let me see. Daisy. How y'all spell her name, y'all? Is it A-D? Oh, there she go. Okay, disclaimer. Another thing is on a Daisy disclaimer. I don't know what happened to a Daisy, y'all. I know some of y'all knew. Y'all might not know a Daisy, but she did the Forex Academy at the beginning. So, I don't know if you can find this group or if I got to add y'all to this group. Let me just see. Brandy, I'm about to put you in there. I'm just going to add some of y'all in here. Like when y'all first started, I didn't want to put a lot of people in the groups to like overwhelm y'all for all of the groups. But some of the vets, I'm going to go ahead and see them drop some of y'all. Y'all should be getting some notifications right now. Just drop some of y'all in there. Anybody else, just let me know a little bit later. I'll add you. I'm just thinking about the people I've seen on this call, and while I'm already right here, fresh in my mind, I'll just add you. Anybody else, just hit me up. I'll add you. Private message me, okay? So here, Daisy Duncan also has good stuff for you to learn, like selecting a broker. Yes, everybody use Hugo Way, but still, at the essence, you want to know what does it mean to pick a right broker. Right? It's a whole broker's checklist. The do's, the goals and the do's or whatever for choosing a broker. Right? Talking about some technical analysis, and even she talks about the harmonic scanner. Right? So come on here and check it out. Right? Check it out. She has some pretty good stuff in here. I think she has a training plan in here somewhere. Okay. So check her out. I wanted to show you guys that. Now, let's move forward. J Boss had a question about a buy stop and a sell stop. J Boss, is that right?
Oh no, I didn't have a question about a buy stop still. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
What was your question?
Well, I just was been trying to understand the philosophy behind the buy stop, sell stop. I've done sell limit, buy limit. No, that wasn't stop. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be the limit.
So you want to know what a limit
Where
is?
where it comes up, hits the market, and go back down. That's the yeah, buy limit.
Okay, cool. Hold on really quick. I think I just got a alert on one of my trades. I think we're about to do a sell on gold. I know this is going to throw everybody off, but hold on real quick. Let me see. Let me see this gold. Wait a second. 1 second, y'all. Because something just alerted on my phone. I think it's time for me to get in that gold trade. 1 second. 1 second. I'm like in the middle of trading while I'm on here with y'all. And also Chad had put something in the group about gold earlier too. Okay, cool. You welcome. Okay, yeah. So, okay, this is not gold. XA. I'm going to answer your question, J-Boss, and I'm going to do it on this chart. Let me just see if we're about to get in this gold trade real quick. So, I am currently selling gold already, and I am up at, let me put my take profit so we can see where my take profit is. But I'm already in profit. Hold on. But I'm in there for a sale. So let me use this. Let me change this. And what I'm doing right now for anybody that's like brand spanking new is I got an alert on my phone letting me know about a trade that I wanted to get in earlier. So now I'm just checking to see how far. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm in this trade right now and I'm waiting for it to hit that green line. When it hits that green line, cha-ching, in my bank, right? That's what I'm waiting for it to do. So did anybody get in that gold trade from earlier? Anybody cash out? I guess somebody took it. So that's still a good, it's still like a good 26 pips. If y'all want to, I would even extend it because here's the thing with TradingView. TradingView is not to the T. It's off a little bit because of the spreads. But if y'all want to get in this trade, this is the same one I posted earlier in the group. You can still get in. It hasn't hit take profit yet, and my alert just went off like it's still selling. So if you want to get in the gold trade on the 15-minute chart, take profit 1390.000. Definitely go ahead. Stop loss just to be cute. Let's see. So let me see. So we're going for about 24 pips. So we want to put our take profit. And you could do a stop loss, like I said, stop loss at your own risk. Like, do what you want to do. But if you want to put a stop loss in, do it at do it just a little bit more up. Let me see. Do it at about 1395.349. 1395.349. Stop loss 1395.349. Take profit, this green number 1390.000. All right, now that breaking news is over, I hope y'all got in on that. Somebody throw it in a group. So this is the limit. So let's do it on practical so it makes sense. All right. So okay, this is a good example. Okay. We're going to use this orange line, for example, okay? So let's just say, use our handy dandy imagination. Let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say this green line. Let's just say we like, you know what? I don't feel like looking at this market all day. I'm going to put a buy limit. Look at what this is doing. A buy limit in. Meaning, you're going to put the buy limit. When you set the buy limit, you're saying, hey, I know that these candles is going to hit this orange line. And when it does, it's going to bounce back up. That's all a buy limit is. A buy limit, if you go back to the picture, look. Let's just use our imagination. That's the orange line. Price went down, hit the orange line, shot back up. Let's go back. Same thing. Price was right here. You was like, you know what? It's going to hit that. It's going to hit this area. I don't feel like waiting all day, but I know it's going to hit this area. So what you would do is, let me see if I can stop sharing real quick. I know it's a little dark in my house. Hold on. I'm going to try to bring my phone up, right? So what you would do is, and I'm going to share it back again. Just follow me. And you guys probably got to go back in the academy so you can really see how to place your trade. So now on my MetaTrader 4 app, hold on. MetaTrader 4 app. Can everybody see where it says market execution?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, since we're doing a buy limit, I'm going to hit the drop down menu where it says market execution, and then I'm going to hit buy limit. Y'all see buy limit? And then, okay, cool. Now y'all see where it says price at? Y'all see where it says price?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right there, price. Okay, so what I'm going to put right there in price is, let's go back, my buy limit numbers. I'm going to put the numbers where this orange line is, the 1387.606. Why? Because I'm setting up my pizza order. I want it to come down, hit this orange line, and shoot back up. But I don't feel like waiting all day. But I know it's going to do it. Now, so with that being said, and then you'll put your take profit in. Let's just say this is gold. So let's just say you only want to do it. You only want to do it where this green line is. You could do that. So your sell limit, where it said price, the orange number will be in there. Your take profit, which is this green line, you will put that in your MetaTrader 4, which will be the 1390.000. And then, of course, you'll do your stop loss. You'll do your stop loss. So if the market didn't go up from this orange line, we want to have our safety net, which is about 23 pips because we're going for 23 pips. And then you'll look over to my right, which may be your left, depending on how you're looking at the screen, right? And you'll see that 1385.47. That will be your stop loss, right? So did that make sense, J-Boss?
Yeah, that makes sense. So pretty much what you're doing is that you are trading on the retest.
Yeah, in the essence, you trade on the pullback.
On the pullback. So
Yeah.
in other words, you're not going. So if it goes across that line, that orange line, it's not going to activate. But if it comes and hit that orange line and go the opposite direction, or go back up in this case, then it will activate.
No, whenever it touched this line, it'll activate. So if it touched this line and didn't bounce up, and it touched it and still continued to go down, then it just still continued to go down. That's why you got the stop loss up there.
Gotcha. Now I understand. Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. So remember, not always all we're doing is predicting where we think the market's gonna go. We don't really have a lot of control on moving the market or we do have the power. We just have to remember as the people that we have the power. But in essence, in reality right now, we're not moving the market that big. And I'll say it one more time because I feel like somebody else is still confused. So I do it one more time. So we are, hold on, let me delete this. I need y'all to use your imagination. Now, let's just say I'm right here at the market, right here pointing at this large candle, and I put another thing on it so you can see it even better. Okay, this candle right here. And I'm like, da 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 da. I know the market's gonna go back down to this point because it did before. Like this is a strong area. I know it is. I don't feel like waiting on this computer all day. I got to get ready to go to the grocery store. I don't want to wait here all day. What I'm gonna do is I know it's gonna go here, so I'm gonna go to my MetaTrader 4. I'm gonna do buy limit, right? Which is which one? This one. Remember, it looks the same. Orange line. Come down, hit the orange line, shoot back up, right? So this is what we wanted to do. So that will be my, where it says price, I will put that orange number in. Whatever your desired take profit is, you'll put your desired take profit, and then you'll put your stop loss. Did that not make sense to anybody? Please let me know, and I'll break it down one more again.
No, it made sense.
That's what I'm talking about, mommy.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else that not don't? Huh?
Can you say it one more time? Explain it one more time.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Okay. Okay. So let me move all this out of the way so we really can use our imagination. So y'all see where I'm pointing at this candle right here. One arrow is pointing to it and another arrow is pointing to it. Y'all see that? Whoever said, explain it again.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, so nothing has happened. It's just you and this one candle. But you're like, you know what? I know this candle is going to eventually hit down to this point, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait an hour for it to hit this before I get in a trade. I want to go ahead because I know it's going to get hit here. So let me draw let me draw, what is that? A horizontal line and figure out what my take profit is. I mean, your figure out what your entry number is. So remember, all you see at the time is that red candle, but you know in the future, you're predicting the future. You know in the future that is going to hit here and bounce up. Why? Because guess what? Let's go right on back. Look at this area again. When price gets in this area, it crosses through. It passed through, it went up, it came back through up this area, it went back down. This is a conversation piece. That's what I call it. I call it the chatter zone. Because remember, what happens in the past happens in the future. So because of my analysis, I'm like, look, it did it before. It came in this area before and beyond. But I'm just focusing on this orange line and this green line and this orange line. Price is going to come to this orange line like it did before. That's how I'm able to predict. Then right here, this orange line, I'm going to put it in my phone as a buy limit because I wanted to bounce off and go up to the buy side. Did that make a little bit more sense?
Yeah, okay. I got it.
Cool beans. Now we'll do a reverse. We're going to do a sale limit. Now we're going to do a sale limit, right? Same pizza order, but from a reverse point. So let's see if we can find a good sale order real quick. Let me see. Oh man, I didn't move this thing. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Sale order. Let me see. Sale limit, I meant. Let me see if I see one. Hold on. Ooh, okay, that might be one right there. Let me see. There you go. So we're going to get our horizontal line. We're going to use our imagination again. Okay, I'm going to change the color so it won't throw you off. Let's do that one purple. Okay. Now, we're going to use our imagination again. Now, we are, let's just say ain't nothing happened. It's just you and this candle right here. Let me show you. It's just y'all two. Nobody else. Nothing this exists yet. It's just you and this beautiful tall green candle right here. Y'all see this tall green candle that I'm pointing to right here?
Yep.
Yes.
No, if you don't see it, let me know.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, cool beans. So let's imagine this. You know what? The market's here. I know it's going to hit this purple line. I know it is. I just don't have time to watch it. I got to get to the grocery store. So look, this is your sell limit. Let's go back to that picture. Boom, same thing. Imagine this line being purple. Imagine that being that sexy green candle, just like you seen before. Let's go back for a visual. Boom, same thing, right? Boom, same thing. Let's go back. Let's look at it again. Same thing. That sexy green candle. We wanted to hit that purple line and drop back down. So same thing here. Now it dropped down, right? So guess what? We put in our sell limit here. So we go back to our MetaTrader 4. Instead of buy limit, sell limit. So that means when market rises to that point, we know it's going to get pushed back down. It's going to go down to a sell. So depending on how many pips you want to take, you would take the measuring stick and you would go down. And you'll figure out how far you want to go down. You know, this is gold. So to be honest, I mean, you could have ate off of this cute little red candle by itself. Let's measure it. You know what I'm saying? You could have, that whole little cute candle is 64 pips. Wait, hold on. Am I saying this wrong? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, double numbers. Okay, yeah, it was. So did that sell stop make sense? Remember, all we see is this green candle. None of this exists yet. No, hold on. None of this exists yet. It's just y'all and that green candle. But you know that green candle gonna hit that purple line. And why do we think it's gonna hit that purple line? Well, let's go back in the past. Let's go back in the past because it do the same thing again. That's all it does. Let's look at it on a higher time frame so we can get it. Okay. Let's go. Purple line. Okay. So this is a 4-hour chart. Let me bring it down a little bit smaller. So, and we look to our left. Remember, there's still that sexy, and that where that arrow is, that's still that sexy green candle. But look, if we look to our left in the past, guess what it did? It hit that purple line and went down. Guess what it did again? It hit that purple line and it went down. That's all it does. Let's see if we can go back again. Now we going back. We're going back. I'm talking about we already in February of 2019. Back. Let's see if it did it again in the past before. Let me shorten up the time frame. I just want y'all to kind of see that price does the same thing over and over. Okay, we're getting closer to it. Probably doing it again. You see it staying in this area a lot right here. Trying to show. Let me make it even a wider time frame. Look at a week time frame. 1 second. I'm gonna bring it back home. Okay, cool. So this is looking at the market in a whole week. So look, way back in, look at this. Way back in October of 2010. Boop, hit that purple line, went down. Okay, let's go again. In 2013 August, boop, hit that purple line, went back down. Now here we are, hindsight today, present day. What y'all think is going to do again? It hit that purple line and it went down. Okay, so in essence, that's what a sale limit is. It's just setting your pizza order and then knowing it's going to go down, taking your money and living your best life. Did that not make any sense? If it didn't, please let me know. I'll break it down again. Got a little bit pullback on this gold. So for some of you, it could have hit the stop loss because we're experiencing a little bit of pullback. We'll go right now. We'll talk about pullbacks here in a second. Okay, cool. So I guess everybody understands that part. Now, do we have any other questions before I go into the pullback? Because remember, no question is a dumb question.
I have a question. When you're in MetaTrader 4 and you have that price line, does that automatically populate, or do you have to go into your settings to show if that makes sense?
So you talking about kind of like right here where it, like the price is now?
Uh-huh.
Let me open up my MetaTrader 4. When you look at MetaTrader 4 charts, it's the same thing. It's where if you look at your chart, you'll see the numbers flickering. That's what price is. It's a gray box. Mine is a gray box.
Okay. But I was on MetaTrader 4 today, but I didn't see that line for where that shows where price currently is. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, that makes sense. It's there.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you again. Cause it's there. It's just I don't know what kind of background you got. Hold on, and it's dark. I might have to turn my light on in here. Hold on. I gotta turn my light on so y'all can see. 1 second. Let me see if you can see it. Okay. Do you see where that gray line? You see that gray line on top of that solid candle?
Yeah, I see it.
Now, if you go all the way over, wait a minute, where my numbers at? Okay, yeah. There go the number right there in that gray box. You can't see it, but the line is right there. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you do something in your settings to show the line, or does it automatically?
No, it's automatically there. It's,
okay.
Yeah, you'll like it.
But that's, I think I understand her question. That's under the chart view. When you go into the trading, is that what you're asking? When you're actually putting the trade in, it's not showing up?
Well, I wasn't able to put a trade in. I kind of was just going through MetaTrader 4. I wasn't trying to do any trades, but I don't know if I'm not set up right, but I never saw the price line.
So also, do you have an iPhone?
I have Android.
Okay, because you have to make sure your chart is scrolled all the way to the right, and then the price point shows up. The little line pops up once you're scrolled all the way to the right.
Okay, I thought I tried it, and this was on the laptop. I was trying it different ways, but I'll try it again and see.
So you're doing MetaTrader 4 on a laptop or the phone?
Laptop. Is that why?
That's a different story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like I'm looking at my MetaTrader 4 right now, and it's the same thing. There's always a line right there. Like it's going down. Now unless yours is not set up right. Now if your MetaTrader 4, if the candles ain't moving and it ain't really doing nothing, then it's probably not set up right.
Okay, because the candles weren't moving either. Okay, that's probably what it is then.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably exactly what it is. Cause I'm like, it's on the phone. Okay, cool. That's a good question. Anybody else have any other questions? We're about an hour in. Anybody have any other questions? Okay, let me see if I can show y'all something really, really quick and we'll get ready to wrap this up. This is being recorded, so Quest should be able to upload. Ooh, Quest should be able to go ahead and upload the one for yesterday and today. I gotta get with her. Let's speak about a pullback really quick. Pullback. Let's see the best way I can describe this. You know what? Matter of fact, oh, Lee Allen is live. Okay. Time is it? Okay, hold on, you guys. I want to go back to the academy because the best way to show you is to show you. Another thing is for my news watchers. So I never was a fan of the news because I figured, you know, the news, all it is just showing you about somebody getting killed, somebody missing, somebody didn't get robbed, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff that just doesn't fill my day up. So I didn't really watch it. But now that I'm a trader, I learned how to leverage the news to know what the market's going to do. So as you get a little bit more advanced on and you're trading, Forex Factory, you can go there to kind of just see what's popping in the news, what is the folder saying. So we could do another class. We'll probably do a class next Monday on the news, just covering the news and how the news works and how it can benefit you. So just imagine this. Anytime Donald Trump opens his mouth, if he says something that pisses off the rest of the world, you can bet that the dollar is selling. Now, if Donald Trump got some good news, let's just say, for example, when he had good news with China, the Japanese yen was strong and the American dollar was strong because they had good news. It's so crazy, you guys. So really the market isn't contingent on the government and the president. So I tell a lot of people, if you're on Twitter, follow Trump on Twitter. Shoot, if Trump is on Instagram, get him on Instagram because you want to study Trump's moves. Trump's moves can get you paid. I know some people, I'm not a political person. Some people may not like him. I know he doing some crazy stuff, but as being a Forex trader, y'all better get to like him a little bit, right? Get to like him a little bit. So really quick, let me log back on. This is the last thing we're going to look at if nobody has any other questions, you guys. We're about a minute in, and I want to catch this live call. We do this every Monday at 8. Otherwise, post it like if I'm traveling or something like this. But the goal is that we're all a student. So this call should still be able to go on with or without me. What are we looking for? Pullback really quick. Buy versus sell. What is a pip? Pending order. See, there you go. For people who still don't know how to enter a trade, look at this. How to enter a trade on Android. How to enter a trade on iPhone. In 3 minutes, you can learn how to do it on iPhone. And in 5 minutes, you can do it on Android. What is the stop loss? You still confused? 2 minutes and 49 seconds. So really quick, come on, where you at? Where you at? Pull back. So let's take about 5 minutes and 25 seconds to watch this with each other, and then we'll close it out.
Welcome back to the IML Academy. In this video, we're going to discuss what is a pullback. Now, to better understand what a pullback is, we have to remind ourselves which directions does the market move. We know that the market goes in an upwards direction, the market goes in a downward direction, and then the market also goes in a sideways direction. So to understand what a pullback is, let's do an example of what an uptrend is. As we know, when the market makes an uptrend, the market goes up, the market comes down, the market goes up, the market comes down, and the market goes back up, creating this uptrending formation of higher highs and higher lows inside of the market. So when making an uptrend, using price action, we can understand that as long as price is above this uptrending line, the overall direction of the market is up. However, there are going to be points where the market is going to have to come back down because the market cannot go up forever. So at these specific points, when the market pulls back to the trend line, this is what's known as a pullback. So as we see here, the market is pulling back to the trend. As we see here, the market is pulling back to the trend before creating and resuming that upwards position. Let's take a look at the live market and identify some pullbacks inside of the market. We'll begin right over here. By simply connecting our data points, we can see that the market is in an uptrending motion. However, these specific points, when price finds a resistance, price begins to pull back to the trend before resuming up. It finds a new resistance and then pulls back to the trend before resuming up. Then it finds a new resistance before pulling back to the trend and resuming upwards. These key areas is what's known as a pullback inside of the market. Getting good at being able to identify pullbacks will help you as a trader really read and understand the direction the market wants to go. Is the market in a pullback, or is the market resuming the upwards direction? Now, as you can see, the market can make several pullbacks. So in this upward trend, these are the pullbacks to the trend. In this downwards trend here, these are the pullbacks to the downtrend. Now, if we look at this massive trend, if we look at a trend on a bigger level here, this entire area would be considered a pullback to this big trend line here before resuming in this upwards direction. Now, as the trend continues to resume in an upwards direction, look at how the market is pulling back to the trend line here. And you can clearly see I'm using price action to connect my data points in the market to give me a good reading to say the market is going to resume up. From here, the market broke that uptrend and is going to resume up inside of the market. So as you see, ladies and gentlemen, pullbacks are very, very key points to be able to identify good opportunities inside of the market. Now that we understand what a pullback is, let me show you guys some real life ways to utilize pullbacks inside of the market. I'm going to come here and draw support, resistance inside of this market here. Now, as we see here for the support resistances, we're going to connect these things with a trend line inside of the market. And what we're going to look for is we're going to look for the pullback to come right back down to this brand new support and resistance while creating that trend and resuming the market up. So as you can see, when the market pulls back down to the trend line and finds new support, these are the optimal areas to be able to begin to buy inside of the market. With that being said, we hope you found this training on pullbacks insightful and enlightening inside of the market, and we hope it brought you more clarity. Continue to train and look at the market to identify pullbacks so you can find better opportunities to buy and sell.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this really quick. So as he mentioned, pullbacks are so important because what happens is we want to get in the trade. We see it's going up. We're like, oh, I'm about to hop in. I'm about to hop in. I'm about to hop in. You'll see this big old candle right here. You're like, I'm going to hop in. I'm going to hop in right now. And then you might not have enough money to take this pullback. So, yeah, it's going to keep going up, but you hopped in at the wrong time. You hopped in because you seen this cute long blue candle and you got excited. And if you don't have enough money to withstand the drawdown, the pullback, this can knock you out the trade before you even get to enjoy the come up. So in all essence, it's great to come in on pullbacks because look at this. It went down. Let's just say you entered the trade down here at a low point. You could have rolled it back up to the next level, got out, wait for the pullback to go down, got in again, rolled it back up, got out. You get what I'm saying? So pullbacks, and you're gonna probably have to watch this video again a couple times for it to really marinate in your brain. But in the essence, that's what a pullback is, and that's what you see sometimes the market does. It pulls back a little bit. Imagine it being like this, a boomerang or a slingshot. You know, when you take that slingshot and you pull it all the way back and then boosh, knock somebody out. It's kind of like it's building up that intensity, it's building up that energy and it's shooting back up. That's what it's doing. Imagine it like it's tired. It went up, it went up, it went up. It's like, whoo, I'm tired. Oh my gosh, I need a break. Let me just go down here to this pit stop and then charge myself up and then shoot back up again. And an example I like is like Sonic the Hedgehog. Y'all remember Sonic? He would go into that circle thing, and when he got out that circle thing, phew, he was fast, right? Those is for some of my people around my age. You know, I don't know if y'all had Sonic back in the day, but for the Sonic heads, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Sonic, he went out, then Sonic got tired, and he went inside of that little circle thing that spin him around, boom, shot him right on up, right? So that's what happens. It did it. It went up, pulled back, it went up. It pulled back, it went up. It pulled back, it went up. It pulled back, it went up. Now it started, now this uptrend is now a downtrend. It went down, it pulled up. It went down, it pulled up a little bit, it went down, pulled up a little bit, it went down. So if the easiest way to make this make sense, because it's just something new, you guys, that's it. It's not difficult. It's not hard, you guys. It's just something new. Just like when you went to school for the first time, oh my gosh, it looked crazy. But the more you kept getting homework assignments, it made sense. So the more you can just kind of go on your chart, right? But, you know, go on your charts right here. And one day just mark one up. Just go in here, just, you know, just mark it up. See if you can identify the pullbacks and then like circle it, right? Just one day, you know, like if you ain't doing nothing, you know, we often have a lot of time. We just don't realize it. But look at this. Just sit there and draw it. Oh, there goes a pullback. There goes one, right? And celebrate yourself. Just do it all day. Just go there. Just look at all of them. Okay? Just go through. Just look at the different ones. Switch up charts.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
So, in other words, I'm going to take it to say that you're saying that the pullback is like Sonic getting charged up for a Sonic Boom.
Yup.
Because as soon as he pull up or pull back, getting charged up, it's going to shoot up or going to shoot hard in one direction.
Yup.
Got you. I'm that old.
I got you. Okay. He got the Sonic analogy. So, yeah. In the essence, does that make sense for everybody?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yes, it did, Coach.
Kind of, sort of. That's good. That means it kind of, sort of did. So you kind of, sort of closer to making it. But you're still very brand new. You're still getting your feet wet. Nobody's going to understand this right away. I mean, some people could, but, you know, it's just like I said, like anything new. The more you continue to join these calls, ask questions, really take advantage of what it is that we have here, the more it starts to make sense and it gets easier. So with that being said, you guys, does anybody else have any other questions really quick? Because I'm about to cash out on this call.
No, I'm good.
If it is, Coach.
All right, team. Well, I love you guys. Couple announcements while I got you guys on here really, really quick. This Friday, I will be driving down with another friend going to Fayetteville. There's going to be a training with Akil Bay. I mean, I think shout out to Will Count. I think he's driving all the way down from D.C. to get this training. So, sometimes you just do what it do, right? So if you can make it do what it do, make it do what it do, because we're going to be trading. It's going to be a weekend. No cryptocurrency going to be popping. So I am going to be staying with a friend because I have some other business to take care of. But if, a couple of you guys want to go, split the room. I mean, raw dog it. You might get a tent. Like, sometimes you got to make these type of sacrifices to drive these different places to get this education. So I wanted to put that out there. And one more thing, you guys. There's a poll in the Generation 12 group. Really quick, you guys. There's a poll in the Generation 12 group for us to kind of figure out which apartment we want to stay in for Dallas. I'm going to be taking the money on the 11th. But if you have the money already, I'll definitely take it already, because the sooner we can get the money, the quicker we can go ahead and pay for it, so that we make sure that nobody gets it. So really quick, just give me 2 more minutes of your time. Less than that, to be honest. Let me just log back on the Generation 12 really quick. So there's 2 rooms to choose from, and I'll tell you the pros and cons. One of the rooms, I think it's the one with the vanilla lavender couch and stuff like that. I really love it. It's by a beach. It's by a lake. The only default is, and that's only just one default, is that it's like 30 minutes away from the convention center. So, split up with a couple people won't be too bad, but I did want to keep that in mind. And the second thing is, so this is how this is going to work, family. We're all family, right? So these rooms hold 16 people, but it's not like it's like 16 beds in the essence, right? Here goes the poll right here. It's not like it's, see, a lot of people like the first one. Okay, where's the second one at? Do I got the second one on here, or I just got one? Well, no, no wonder people, okay, there's a second one. I don't know where it's at. I thought it was here. I'm going to have to look at it. But anywho, the first one, you guys, choice 1, it has, I think, 5 beds, like 4 bedrooms. So what does that mean in the essence? That means that if there's a queen size bed and we have 2 females, right? 9 times out of 10, there'd be 2 to a bed. Like when we went to Dallas, Mario if Mario on this call, like it was like 3 of us to 1 king size bed, right? So only reason why I like the other option is because the other options have 7 bedroom. It just has a little bit more beds, giving people a little bit more of an option with it. But either or, we're gonna go for either or, and we'll make it happen. But that's just something I want to let you guys know. Choice 1 is just a little bit further. It does hold 16 people, but it's not 16 whole beds. Choice 2, let me see. I'm just put number 2. Choice 2 has a little bit more beds and it's closer. So just some things to think about, you guys. That's all I want to put out. I'll catch you guys Wednesday at 9 o'clock for the harmonic scanner class. This video should be uploaded tonight, no later than tomorrow. Does somebody have a question? Somebody's hand look like it's up. Huh? You got a question, sweetie? Cherie, you got a question? Okay, maybe she just hit the button. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. Peace and love.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace.